Brown, Chief of Detectives. I'm here to update you on the officer-involved shooting from yesterday. As you'll recall, at approximately 6:03 a.m., we responded to the intersection of Moncrief and MLK to investigate a hit and run. During that investigation, we received information that led us to the 1000 block of Frazier Street to locate a potential suspect. Officer Cliff Sames responded to that location, and as he walked up to the house, he observed several black males in the front yard. As he was walking up, Sames transmitted over the radio that he had been shot at and that he had returned fire. The suspect who had fired his weapon fled on foot, and a foot pursuit ensued, and the suspect was later taken into custody, hiding in a shed. The suspect had gunshot wounds to his shoulder and to his upper leg, and he was transported to UF Health for treatment of non-life-threatening injuries. The suspect is Devon Rashad Spencer. He's a black male. His date of birth is 11/30 of 90. He's a convicted felon. Mr. Spencer is being charged with possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. An eyewitness at the scene indicated that Spencer fired his weapon first and that Officer Sames returned fire. Also, there was physical evidence at the scene that indicated that the suspect did in fact have a weapon. And that weapon's pictured here to my left. This is an AK-47 assault rifle, commonly on the street referred to as a chopper. And if you have any questions for me, I'll be glad to answer them at this time.
How many shots were fired at the officer, sir?
I don't have that information at this time. And I need to remind everybody, this is, for an officer-involved shooting, it's very early in the investigation. We're going to, we've already gotten a lot more information that I've given you today that I didn't have yesterday, and there's going to be more to come, and we'll make sure that we update you with any pertinent information.
Has the suspect been released from the hospital yet?
I don't have that information. I'm not sure.
Is that a fully automatic or semi-automatic, sir?
I don't know what it is yet. I think they've just recovered the weapon. That weapon was recovered in the house that Sames approached, and it'll be tested.
And it's been it was 3 men total, correct?
It was 3 or 4. 4.
4 men? And were they taken down for questioning, or?
The suspect was taken to the hospital and arrested. The rest of the individuals in the home were taken down and questioned here at the Police Memorial Building.
But they weren't arrested?
They were not. One was arrested. He had a misdemeanor warrant for his arrest. And that should, I believe that'll be in your packets that you have.
How far away did you find the suspect from the shooting scene? How far away was his shed?
About 2 houses away.
Does he have a history with local law enforcement?
He does have a history, and you'll have that in your packets.
Okay, I have a few questions, and I really apologize. This is from my reporter, Marcus White. I'm deaf with WJXT. Is the suspect connected to the hit and run at all that happened before?
We don't know that yet. That's still an ongoing investigation.
Okay.
Did you have any more information that, because yesterday we asked this too, that shows that why it led him to this particular suspect?
Speaking to witnesses and information that we were able to gather, and I don't want to get too far into that because it's an ongoing investigation.
What condition is the officer in right now, and is he on administrative leave? No
injuries to the officer, thankfully, and he's on administrative leave, and that's per our standard operating procedure.
What charges does the suspect face right now?
Possession of a firearm by a convicted felon at this time.
According to our records, this same officer was involved in a shooting back in 2008. Has he said anything about this second shooting?
Not yet. It's, you know, the officer has not given us his full statement. That's very common in a police-involved shooting. It'll commonly take a couple of days before we get his statement. We're just thankful that he came through this with no injury.
Did the suspect live at the house where you found that firearm, sir?
I'm not sure.
Did you speak to the other 2 people you found near the suspect in the 1000 block of Frazier, and are they connected to any of this?
My detectives did.
Okay.
My detectives interviewed them, and it's still an ongoing investigation, so I'm not really going to comment on that.
With Officer Sames' previous arrest, was it, did he...
Officer Sames has never been arrested.
did I say his arrest? I'm sorry. Officer Sam's previous police involved shooting, did that one result in death?
It did. Officer St was shot at the scene, and he was able to return fire and defend himself, and the suspect was killed.
Clearly, he's one of your colleagues. Can you just touch on who he is as a person?
Yeah, he's a good officer. He's a dedicated officer. I don't have a close personal relationship with him, but he has my utmost respect. He's gone through 2 very serious traumatic incidents, and he's come out on top, and I think he's done a great job. I'm extremely proud of him.
Do you have any additional questions regarding this case?
At this point, any indication why the suspect opened fire on Officer Sames?
None.
What condition is the suspect in right now?
Non-life-threatening injuries. He was treated for the gunshot wounds, but they weren't life-threatening.
How dangerous has the job been to the police, considering we've had 2 shootings in the last week? How dangerous is this job?
It's extremely dangerous. It's always dangerous. And this job it's one we do as a calling. We love what we do, but it is dangerous.
Okay. Any additional questions? All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.